Hi, my name is Nathanael Novero, and I'm very excited to tell you about an online magazine that I'm starting. This is not just a project for me. To me, this is prophecy. It is a remembrance. It is a return. To me, this is revival. I want to film women in erotic communion, especially women loving women and women loving themselves. No, this is not pornography, even though this does mirror my first porn searches. And no, this is not for conquest, even though at an earlier time, I was really just hungry for validation and my insecurity. This is my worship. This is my pleasure, and I want to share it. In college, I read a book called She Who Is by Elizabeth Johnson. It was a theological discussion that explored God with the pronoun of she instead of he. As a fundamentalist Christian, oh man, I eviscerated it. I wanted to prove her wrong. I wanted to win. And I got an A. But I missed the point. It wasn't until years later where I had some experiences through my body, through fire, through wound, and I started to see differently. With my camera, I investigated my own religious sexual trauma, and I discovered where she was absent. I then used my camera to film 2 lesbian porn actresses. And in their communion, I felt the Ark of the Covenant in my body. That was her presence. And then I felt the Holy Spirit of the Pentecost drop into my body as a Kundalini awakening. And then I just noticed God everywhere. That's when God became everywhere. Her presence, her absence, her omniscience. In each of these cases, I experienced God in my body. It was erotic. It was alive. It was amazing. And when God enters the body, what seemed shameful to me suddenly became sacred. What was sin felt like home. This is how I came to believe that I think Johnson was right. That God God is both masculine and feminine, but in a patriarchal society, she is best known as a woman. A woman who holds a clitoris and a womb, an organ devoted to pleasure and holding its consequences. God creates through her delight, through her pleasure. And I believe that is the first memory of the universe, that sex and spirit began as one, that pleasure, uncoerced and unashamed, is holy. The act of women loving women, communion, or a woman in self-pleasure, embodiment, is not just beautiful. To me, this is metaphor of that cosmic creation. It's God. It is delight, not domination. It is communion, not conquest. And this memory introduces distinctions. A Christ who is erotic, a mother and a Magdalene who are holy in their sexuality, and an ancient Christianity that is embodied and about communion, not conquest. Now, in America, all of this sounds like blasphemy because America worships a conquering God, a God who divides, a God who shames, and sex and spirit are split. We have hyper-evangelism and hyper-pornography. But in the ancient world, before Christianity, the entire world worshipped a God who was a mother, who was sexual. This is even mirrored in our biology because all embryos start off with 2 X chromosomes. They start off as a woman before becoming male. So this magazine is my offering back to her, to God. It is my embodied recalibration back to source. And I'm presenting it this way because I want to invite you to be a part of it. I've tried launching this in different ways, first with the film, then with the community, then with the presentation of artifacts. But my communion with God and my body has brought me back to here, this threshold moment to just keep it basic. No music, no spectacle, just me and you, embodiment and communion. And a resonance, a frequency of Christ. The transfigurative axis between paradoxes, between sex and spirit, between God and body, between pleasure and shame. You see, the chaos that we're seeing out there in the world really just redirects us to the chaos that's happening in here. Because when we heal the divide within us, the divide outside disappears. The kingdom of heaven is here. We start here, and then we feel it everywhere. That's the revival. So if you want to be a part of this, if you want to support it, if you want to help finance it, if you just want to witness it, you're welcome here. We start here with me and you. This is the altar. I am the flame. This is my body returning home. If you are moved and stirred, a Venmo will be available at the end of this, and you can check out my website at gospelofthebody.org. Thank you for hanging out.